Hey, man. Welcome back to the Super Divorce YouTube channel and or Twitch channel. Nicholas Villars here, aka Super Divorce, and welcome to tonight's edition of Sega Mania, episode number 39, featuring Ninja Gaiden on the Game Gear. Sega Mania is a live streaming, internet-based video game program in which we are taking a merry jaunt through the pages of the late great Sega Mania magazine. Sega Mania magazine was a fantastic, lovely, fan-run, fan-funded, fan-supported, yet very professional video game magazine that ran for just a brief 7 issues from 2021 through 2022 before it was ripped away from us for God knows why. No one knows why. The fans will never know why. But while we wait for answers, we will continue to celebrate the magazine and its contents and the good times that it engendered while it was around in publication. We'll hope to continue engendering fun times based on Sega Mania magazine right here on Sega Mania. That's what we do. Hello, Carrot. Early streams, says Carrot. Hello, Jess. My wife's here in the chat. Early streams. Perhaps get used to it. This may be the new roundabout stream time. Trying to get these streams situated a little closer to the beginning of prime time, as it were. You know, so I don't have to be a dick. You know? So I don't have to be a dick and stay up too late and then, you know, not wake up on time in the morning like I'm supposed to take care of my morning things, such as workouts and just getting the day off to a nice start. Not hitting the snooze button as much. I'm trying to really cut back on that horse shit. So, that's what's up. Hey, Ghoulie. Pumpkin's here. Ghoulie's going to be back in a bit. We seem to be hitting Ghoulie right at shower time every night. That's okay. We'll be here. Garg Dargus has joined the chat. Garg says that he beat Major Mucus on Earthworm Jim today. Congratulations! Good job! Proud of you. That's not easy to do. So good job, Garg Dargus. So, like I said, we got Ninja Gaiden on the Game Gear handheld system tonight. And if you've been here before, you know what's coming next. If you've never been here before, let me tell you what's coming next. Some pineapple tidbits, I like to call them. Some fun facts. Before we get into the Sega Mania review, which comes before we actually play the game, which comes before we give our review. Before all of that, I'd like to share with you a few little pineapple tidbits about Ninja Gaiden on the Game Gear. So, Ninja Gaiden on the Game Gear. Licensed by Tecmo to Sega, who ended up publishing it. This game was developed by a development team called Japan System House. Released in 1991 as Ninja Gaiden Worldwide, which was brand new, because normally up to this point, all the Ninja Gaiden games were released as Ninja Ryukenden in Japan, or Shadow Warriors in the European areas. And then we got Ninja Gaiden. That title was for the North American releases. However, this one for the Game Gear was just released as Ninja Gaiden everywhere. Stars Mr. Ryo Hayabusa of the Ninja Gaiden series, the main character. That's who we are playing as in this one. But the plot in the Game Gear version of Ninja Gaiden is not connected to the long-running Ninja Gaiden timeline, which I didn't know this until just this evening when I was looking up information about this game. The Ninja Gaiden timeline shares a timeline with the Dead or Alive series of games, fighting games, and beach volleyball game. Yeah. I don't know. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was kind of cool. I've never really played through the Ninja Gaiden series. I've played Ninja Gaiden games piecemeal here and there, just dabbled. I have never completed a Ninja Gaiden game. They are notoriously tough. It is quite an endeavor to sit down and do if you're going to do it. I'd like to at some point. I'd like to test my skills. But this might be a good place to start, because rumor has it Ninja Gaiden on the Game Gear is quite a bit easier than the NES versions or even some of the later ones that came out. So we'll see about that very soon. One complaint that this game got when it was released, complaint from Electronic Gaming Monthly, video game magazine from back in the day. They complained that Ninja Gaiden on the Game Gear looks too similar in style to Strider. Strider, we played Strider right here on Sega Mania episode number 1. That was the very first game we ever played on Sega Mania. It was Strider. But EGM did not like this one because they said it strays from the Ninja Gaiden path a bit too much, and then starts wandering into the woodlands that lead over to Strider Town. They didn't like that. And finally, speaking of previous episodes of Sega Mania, the composer for this game, Kenji Yamazaki, actually did the music for a game called Psychic World. If that sounds familiar to you, we played Psychic World right here on Sega Mania, episode number 20. And believe it or not, that episode, featuring 2 Psychic World releases, that is the second most viewed episode of Sega Mania. Lagging behind only episode 19, which was Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Master System. That's the most viewed episode of Sega Mania so far. So there you go. A few little pineapple tidbits for you. Hello, Mr. Jorfus. Checking over in the chat. Everyone's saying hi. Hi. Jorfus said, I hope that this game is better than Shinobi. I think it probably will be. That's my gut feeling. I can't say for sure because I've never played it before. But we're gonna give it a shot, please. Now what we're gonna give a shot, please, is the Sega Mania review of this game. I'm grabbing my floppy copy of issue number 2. I'm flipping open to page number 47. And as I do that, I'm going to ask you to please take a look at your television set, where I will conveniently place this graphic of the Sega Mania review of Ninja Gaiden on Game Gear right there for you, right in front of your eyes, for your eyes to see. And you can read along as I read this to you. You can use that graphic I've placed on your television set, or you can check the description of this video and follow the link to the Sega Mania magazine online archive just a stone's toss away. Just head on over there. You can digitally open issue number 2. You can digitally flip to page number 47, and you can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can flip left and right, you can open up other issues of the magazine, whatever you want to do. Advisory though, if you don't like spoilers, don't do that, because we go in review order here on Sega Mania. And what are we going to play tomorrow? All you have to do to find out is flip to page 48 in issue number 2. If you don't want to find out, then don't do that. Don't flip ahead. Just stay right here. Mr. Jorfus is here with his joke of the night. Mr. Jorfus' joke of the night, fine feature on this streaming show. He says, what do you call a ninja with 8 older siblings? Answer? A ninja! Ha! Fun, family-friendly, and topical. Right on topic, since we're playing a ninja-based game tonight. Ninja-based joke. 5 stars. 1,000 super divorces out of a possible 1,000 super divorces on that one. Thank you, Jorfus. And now, the review written by Sega Mania columnist, journalist, the great Simon Pike. Got some Simon Pike fans here. All right, let's see what Simon Pike had to say about Ninja Gaiden on the Game Gear. Simon says, Ninja Gaiden for Game Gear is 1991's other ninja game released for Sega's sleek handheld. This time, Ryo Hayabusa is the star of the show, and he's out to stop a demonic plot to steal the Dragon Sword and plunge the world into war. It'll be a while before you're fighting demonic minions, though, as the first few levels are filled with enemy ninja, gun-toting commandos, martial artists, and other such mundane fare, meaning that the majority of the game feels like you're playing through a cool ninja movie. This is a good thing, and Ninja Gaiden certainly nails the aesthetic on the Game Gear's hardware. But is the game good enough to compete with Sega's mighty Shinobi? Mr. Jorfus doesn't think that Shinobi is much to deal with. And I don't either, really. I'm just interjecting here to say that my gut feeling, my prognostication is that Ninja Gaiden on the Game Gear will be more fun than Shinobi. Back to the review. Well, they're actually very different games. Speaking of Shinobi versus Ninja Gaiden. The review for the Game Gear version of Shinobi can be found elsewhere in this magazine, but it's a fairly slow-paced adventure with lots of level memorization and lateral thought required. Ninja Gaiden is far more concerned with fast-flowing action and consists of more straightforward level design that suits itself to outmaneuvering and slicing up multiple enemies rather than precision platforming and careful use of skills. Hayabusa's speed and his repertoire of sleek moves makes controlling him feel like stepping into the shoes of a badass ninja warrior. He can jump and slash, hurl deadly projectiles, and climb up walls before flipping off them to attack enemies. The game is tough in places, but Hayabusa is agile enough and deadly enough that you'll always feel like you can get further next time. There are also some surprises thrown in as you get further into the game, with the play style switching up to keep you on your toes. For example, at one point, you'll find yourself climbing betwixt 2 skyscrapers in a vertigo-inducing race to get to the top, avoiding falling hazards and attackers as you go. It's a fun set piece that looks neat and forces you to change up your style. Visually, the game is appealing, with each level having a distinct aesthetic, and the tunes are well suited to the ninja action atmosphere. The developers have also gone to the effort of including some neat cutscenes between levels, just to give players that little bit of intrigue as the story progresses, and to help you really understand why you're laying waste to wave after wave of hapless mooks. Each level ends with a boss fight, and the developers have shown some real imagination here, with the highlight perhaps being a tough fight against a bad guy throwing bombs at you from inside a steamboat. Having said that, most of the bosses do feel a little static, especially compared to the agility displayed by most of the basic enemies. Ninja Gaiden is a name that's arguably synonymous with 2 things: Nintendo, or maybe Xbox if you're into the more modern gaming, which, let me just say real quick, that's funny because the original Xbox is now considered retro. Anyway, back to the review here. And curse inciting difficulty. This Game Gear iteration doesn't live up to either of those. The game is fairly forgiving, especially compared to the handheld Shinobi, and most players will be able to get through it with a little practice and dedication. Health pickups are fairly common, and projectile upgrades boost Hayabusa's killing power to the point where most basic enemies won't stand a chance. That's alright though, as it makes the game less stressful for skillful players. But if you're expecting the level of challenge that the franchise is famous for, you might be disappointed. Strangely enough, if you do want to play something that's a bit more like a Ninja Gaiden game, then maybe you should try Shinobi. So says Simon Pike. Now, before I jump into playing the game, let me just glance back at the chat here. Let's see what's going on. Ghoulie has a minor update on his love life. We haven't heard any love life updates in a few days here. Ghoulie says he made sure to be a gentleman and made sure she was okay after we heard that one of our members of our church had sadly passed, but now she's free from cancer. Well, that's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Kind of an unfortunate circumstance to update about, but nice of you to be there in that difficult moment. So, Garrick Darga said Shinobi 3 is the best Shinobi game. I don't know. I have no, memorized ranking for the Shinobi games. I'm not a huge fan of them. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Let's try jumping in here. I think Garg Dargus was talking about owning an original Xbox. He said, I have GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and Sonic Mega Collection Plus. That's all of his games on the original Xbox. Well, you know, if you want to expand your collection, I feel like original Xbox games are pretty cheap for the most part. They've not skyrocketed in price. Not most of them. And last night's game, Ghoulie wants to know how was it. Last night we played Slider, not Strider, Slider, aka Squeak, S-K-W-E-E-K. And it was okay. It was an okay puzzle game. I gave it a 500 Super Divorces out of a possible 1,000 score. Just kind of middle of the road. Very middle of the road. Not bad. Not great. Perhaps worth playing, just to see. It was pleasant enough, but, you know, whatever. Alright, so let's begin our 30 minutes of Ninja Gaiden on Game Gear and see what we think. Alright. Starting it up here. Game start. Checking the time. Alright. Title screen. Alright, press start button. Let's go. Act 1, Assault. Duel times 3. We have 3 lives here, and we're just going to be utilizing the B and C button here on my Genesis controller. That's what I'm playing on. Alright. Oh, okay. Looks like our... What is that? Is that something I can get? Not sure what that orb does. Guess I can just kind of spam the attack button. That might be the best. Oh, and I can still... I can climb up the walls like you can in the old NES version. I guess just spamming the attack is probably the best thing to do here. I don't see any reason not to so far. Well, I missed the shuriken. And just testing out the directions here. I don't seem to get any different attack when I press up. Oh, if I press down and attack, I shoot one of those guys up, whatever that is, a crescent moon weapon. Oh, and that uses up my force, whatever that is. Force must be the special attack, the number of special attacks I can do. Oh, not just one. They used up like 2 of them. And one of those orbs upped my force numbers there. Picked up some sort of scroll that gave me now a full ring, not a crescent moon. I've got a full ring attack. What does that do? Oh, I can. All right, we can toss those horizontally across the screen. All right. So far, so good. Some quick shurikens there, if I want to use them. And it looks like that takes up, each throw takes up 2 of my force, whatever you want to call them, force, which unit of measurement do we use to describe force? Oh, is that... I guess that maybe doesn't do anything to him. Huh. Okay. Kind of interesting. Well, this is something. So what? Oh, I gotta wait until his club is up in the air, then hit him. I better hurry because my time clock is ticking there. All right, well there's how you beat the first boss. Easy enough, huh? There's a little cutscene they were talking about. That looks like one of those meme faces. That looks like there's a meme face that looks like that. Oh, exactly like that. It was the old English, what was it? Englip Summoned? No one probably remembers that. It was like almost 15 years ago on Reddit. I don't know. Old memes. Jorfa said graphics are kind of weird. Music good. Gameplay for now. Good. Has good amount of time. Good amount of lives. So far, Jorfa says 820. Mr. Jorfa says out of possible 1,000. Ghoulie says this game seems too easy right now. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a challenging platformer, this is probably not going to be the go-to for you. You probably want to go to one of the other Ninja Gaiden games. Garrick says Texas Instrument chip tunes. Game Gear had a TI audio board, same with the Master System. I remember having a Texas Instruments calculator. You had to buy it for like $200. That was a lot of money back then. And they like forced your parents to get you one in like 5th or 6th grade. Like, no, you can't. And you can't go and get a different one. You can't find one kind of like this at Walmart or at CompUSA. You know, you can't go to Best Buy and find something like this. You have to order it from us in Texas Instruments. That seems like some sort of illegal collusion going on between the state and calculator manufacturer. Okay, let's continue. Oh, we got a... What is that guy? Like a harpoon man? Shooting harpoons at us? Oh, there's... That guy looked like Guile. Kind of looks like Guile from Street Fighter. Tossing shit at me. Well, just see if we can outrun him. Whoa! Oh, whoops. Oh, well, I thought maybe I could walk on the tightrope. Act 2 smuggling. All right, let's try this again. Oh. Well, those guys are a little tricky. I guess I have to jump when they first pop up from down in the ocean in the harbor here. Whoop. Not gonna let me get that? Alright, fine. Yep. Alright, up. Nope, there we go. Yep. What is that? Oh, triple shot. Nice triple shot of espresso there. Oh! You think Mr. Hayabusa drinks espresso? He's probably a nice coffee fan. You think ninjas drink coffee? I would still drink coffee if I were a ninja. Can't think of anything that... You know, I can't think of any profession that would make me want to stop drinking coffee. Hey, there's a 1-up. That's kind of bullshit. Kind of bullshit that my shield went away, like, right when I encountered a new enemy. I don't like that. That's kind of a pet peeve of mine. In games, when they're gonna give you a power-up, you know, like a shield, I prefer there to be some sort of indicator. It could be auditory. I'm just being real sloppy here because I really don't give a shit. I'm not gonna be penalized for playing sloppily, so why would I bother trying to be a perfectionist? I can just kind of, you know, slash and burn, as it were. And oh, this must be the oh, there we go. The Molotov cocktail guy. Looks like he just woke up from a nap. He's like, God damn it! These ninjas keep waking me up. Oh. Boo, boo, boo. Well, this is a little... Oh. Well, shit. Okay. Alright, give me a second. Just give me a second. We'll be okay. Ah, damn it. I knew it. I was waiting and I was holding my breath and I was like, alright, please don't make me go through the level and start me at the boss fight. Nope, they couldn't do that. They're gonna make me do all the easy shit again, which is just lovely, isn't it? Ah. Ah. Alright, I don't know. Garg gave us some interesting info about Sega and Nintendo's audio chips. Alright, I'm gonna try and get back to this so I can... Nope, just... Again, slash and burn. Just slash and burn all the way through. Not worried about making it pretty because they're going to give us health anyway. Even if we get hit. That would probably be good to hold on to the power-up I have right now. The triple shot. The triple shot of espresso. I'll let that go because I don't want to lose my power-up here. Hop down here. Nope. At least they let you keep moving. You know what I mean? Oh, I accidentally did that, didn't I? I'll get our 1-up. They didn't take me by surprise that time. Whoop! Alright. Gotcha. Now. Hup! Hup! Oh, come on! Now that was crap. Didn't like that at all. The guy, like, kept me bouncing on his head for like 3 hits. There, it happened again, didn't it? Shit. Well, I wanted to make it into the boss fight with you know, full health going, but I guess that's not going to happen. So I should probably try to stay under this fella. I think that's going to be the best way to do things. Though I'm already down to two units of force. There we go. Alright, I think I got him now. I think I've... Oh, shit! What the... It happened again! I got stuck on him. You see that? That's crap. That's freaking crap. Oh, this game's so easy. It's so easy. Yeah, but then they throw in, you know, just sprinklings of horse shit. Like, what is that? Not a fan of that at all. Okay, I gotta... That's the one thing you're gonna have to be careful of if you play this. That's what I have to be careful of right now. Is I have to be careful to not get stuck on an enemy when I jump. Because that's a real problem. That's going to be a real problem for you if that happens in your game. It's like I had the strategy all worked out. Yeah, man, no problem. I got it. Don't worry about me. And then, if I can just have to die because you get stuck on the guy when you jump up and try and hit him. Now, I don't like that. No one liked that, as the old saying goes. There you go. Take all those guys out. No, stop. You just... Oh, there it is again. Nope. There. Okay, I just want to see what's in here. There, that's what I... Get down there. Ah, thank you. Thought they were going to rob me of that. Ah, okay. Got him. Now. No hang-ups. Jump across here. On we go. Okay. And we got 45 units of force to work with. Got him. No! Ag! Jeez. Oh, dag. Oh, come on. There, alright. Yeah, okay. Keep going to that one. That's gonna be good for me. No, no. I'm not even gonna try and hit him when he's... Oh, shit. Oh, frickin' flop. Oh, oh my god, how? What is this? Shit. Man. Damn. Again. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. No one cares. No one cares. Yeah, uh-huh. Yep, go ahead. Go ahead. Take me out. Take me out tonight. It's fine with me. It's okay. Keep blasting me, Ryu. Or, not Ryu. I mean, Guile. I'm getting Street Fighter characters mixed up because there are different Street Fighter names going on in this game. Whatever. Just fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which power-up I have. That's what I'm learning. That's what the game has taught me. It's taught me to expect bullshit. That's what I've been taught here. I've been conditioned. Yeah, like that. Like that. Look at that. There we go. There we go. Isn't that nice? And why can he walk on the tightrope, but I can't? There we go. Nope. There, yeah, okay. At least we have a nice distant slice. Which one is this? This goes across the screen, doesn't it? That's not going to help me. Oh, no, that does work. Okay. Maybe it's like drawn to the enemy. Maybe it's drawn to the next closest enemy. There, that's going to do the body good. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's what you need for this guy. You need the circles. You got to have circles. You defeat this guy with circles. He's not a fan of circles. His favorite shape is actually a square. And everyone knows that circles are the opposite of squares, so when you throw circles at him, it offends him very much. So much so that he actually takes physical damage. It hurts his physical body when people present circles to him. Because he says, how can you do this? Nope. No one better ever present circles to me. My favorite shape is a square. All of my minions, heed my warning. If you're going to buy me a shape for my birthday, I only want squares. Do not, under any circumstances, bring me circles. And what did we do? We brought him circles and he died. Got it. Okay. There we go. Just watching our nice cutscene here. Yeah. Flexing the muscles big time. A few hours later, ... So, this is the office building of Mr. Tsin. I'll work my way around the sentries. No, he hates Japan's flag. Because of the big circle. Ah, okay. Oh, look at this. This is kind of like... Whoop! Oh, we just took a little damage. Nothing too much to worry about there. This is kind of a weird part to throw in. This feels like an old school arcade game. It doesn't feel like it belongs in a Ninja Gaiden. Well, okay. So it's going to get a little tough there. Alright. That seems interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, he doesn't jump straight over. It's not like you press the button and he launches himself towards the other building. You have to move him. You have to keep moving him. If you let go of the directional pad, then that happens. He just jumps straight down to his death. He's like, no, I'm sick of climbing up this building. See ya. Peace. Maybe I should just try to stay I don't know. Seems like I might put myself, you know, at more risk if I start hopping back and forth. If I just stay at the top here. And then maybe when I need to, I can see about, I don't like that. Nope. I'm gonna have to keep a lookout for... Oh, look, now I'm getting blasted by fucking pots. No! There's a 1-up. That's something nice. Up! No! No! Did I make it? What happened? I guess I didn't make it. I don't know what that's supposed to signify. Okay. Here's what I could do with on this level. I could do with some sort of meter that showed me like where I am in the process of climbing up this building. That would be much appreciated. You know what I mean? Whoop. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Who are these guys, you know? Oh, there we go. They're... Get out of here. Get... There. They just really blast that side for a second, don't they? Get our 1-up. We'll just stay at the top. Oh, unless they start coming at you from that side. Okay. Now here we are. We're in the office of G. Amato. Hup. Our crescent moon's not going to help us much here. That launches straight up into the sky, so... Oh, now he's become a karate man himself. We got kind of a Master Roshi situation. We have to fight his ghost now. Oh no, he's just exploding. I thought that was a ghost coming out of him. Gas! That was just gas. They do say that upon death you empty your bowels, so I've never seen that happen in a game. First time I can ever say that a boss has broken wind upon being defeated. So much so that we almost asphyxiate. And here's Dalsim. More Street Fighter. Garrick Dargus says, what was that gas though? I don't know. I just assumed he farted. I thought it was a fart. A noxious, vicious fart of death. He can summon that sword whenever he needs it. Who is this guy with a giant pompadour? Big red pompadour. And rat eyes. I'll have to eliminate him once and for all. Alright, where are we now? Now we've gotten into some sort of Castlevania territory. Oh, there's... It's Dalsim! Do I just... I guess I'll just do this. A. Yep. Not even using up my specials, really. You know, he's not in a good position for me to hit him with that. Okay, good job me, eh? Oh, look at these guys. Oh. Ah! No! Better keep blasting these guys. Gonna scroll there. No! We good? No more transformations. Let that be it, please. Around the world, nations prepared for war. A single-minded road to destruction, paved by one man. The evil Siragane. Got him. Okay, we gotta... Can we do anything about that? Or we just have to jump under it? Oh, you... Okay, your trick there is just to run straight, and you will catch the other wall there. I don't know what these are. Big. What is it? Looks like you can imagine it's up above the screen. Someone's shaking an upside down ice cream cone. A red ice cream cone. It's like a cherry. It's like a scoop of cherry on a cake or waffle cone, and they're just shaking it back and forth. And then, as soon as you get underneath of it, they're gonna flick it off at you. Now, can I trigger it? Yep, there we go. There. All right. So we'll just we'll do that. Go right there. Nope, get off of me. There. All right. Now. There we go. Again, when those spiky dudes are bobbing up and down, you don't want to jump into them. Just run straight off the side and you'll catch the other platform, because you have the skills to do so. Now, what is going on here? Oh, it's like it's a rotating cylinder. Just like that. Okay. So we're gonna... there we go. A little fake out. Let those guys do their shots. Come on, go ahead. All right. Going around this one. Hop up there. A little hap on pap action. I guess this might be the best course. I don't know if those things will kill me if I try and shimmy down right in front of them. Maybe I should try it, because I fear that I'm gonna be knocked off into the chasm if I don't. Well. Oh, come on, get off of it. No! Yeah. No! Ah! Look at that. Jeez. Just took so much damn damage. Bunch of horse shit. No! Wouldn't let me do my trick. It wouldn't spin me back around fast enough. Ugh. There. That's what I wanted to do, and it wouldn't let me. There, alright. Okay. We've got to be getting close to the end of this rigmarole here. I gotta make sure not to even lightly tap one of those skulls, or else it will start bopping me around. Nope. Get out of there. There we go. Got him. Alright. Get out of there. Whoop! Come on now. Get him. Let's make good use of this. There we go. That's what I like to see. All right. Jump it. Nope. Get out of it. Get out of it. No! No! Fuck! Ah! Shit! Oh, that's like the worst thing in this game. That is the most difficult part of it. Is just getting stuck on an enemy. Now they want me to do all of that shit all over again. Man. Oh, that's annoying. Wow. We're at 30. I'm gonna continue because, I mean, I have a feeling this game might be pretty short. I might be getting near the end of it. Oh, come on. Oh, really? Is that right? Okay. Yeah, then he's just gonna fly off. Cool story. Gotcha. Man. What an absolute joke house. Comedy show. Come on, it'd be nice if just work. Work the way you're supposed to, please. Thank you. Here we go. Yeah, I don't even care. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, but don't fall into the crevasse, please. And I suppose I should try and do this, because last time I almost died getting stuck. Oh, yeah, well, too low, huh? A little too low for him, wasn't it? All right, Lazarus. Oh, that's game over. All right. Well, you know what that means? We're out of here. Gosh darn it. The most horse shit. Some of the most horse shit that I've seen. Whew. Carrot went fishing. There's Ninja Gaiden on the Game Gear. Game that is like a pretty damn easy, except for what happens when you accidentally get stuck on an enemy and can't get away from them. I feel like there was another game recently that did something similar to this, and I got frustrated by that as well. Because if you've ever played a video game before, you know that normally what happens is, if you make contact, especially in an old game like this, you know, old platformers typically have, you know, kind of similar mechanics as far as what happens when you touch an enemy. Normally what happens is your character will kind of blink, you know, you lose your full constitution. You start blinking, become kind of transparent-ish for a moment or two. I don't know. A couple seconds. I'm not sure how long exactly, but maybe a second at least. So it gives you time to sort of move through that enemy and get away from them so they don't just continue causing you damage over and over again. This game did not do that. This game, it gives you that blink, the recognition that you've made contact with an enemy and an enemy and you've been damaged, but then like instantaneously they can still hit you again and again and again and again and again and until you're like stuck in midair. That's what happened. When I had to have been like, I mean, that next, when the screen scrolled over to the next platform, that had to have been like moving on to the boss fight for that particular level. But what happened? Oh, we got stuck between a spiky platform that was moving up and down and two skulls stuck to the wall. I mean, just absolute horse shit. A really, really stupid way to end things with that one. But whatever, you know. So, Mr. Jorphus is going to score at a 750 Mr. Jorphuses out of a possible 1,000 Mr. Jorphuses. Lazarus scores at 678 Lazarus Volars out of a possible 1,000 Lazarus Volars. And, I don't know. What am I going to give it? Well, first I'm going to go back through Simon Pike's review. Okay, so explains the cool ninja movie setup to you, and then talks about the various versions of Ninja Gaiden, comparing it a little bit to Shinobi, how it differs from Shinobi. Hayabusa's speed and his repertoire of sleek moves makes controlling him feel like stepping into the shoes of a badass ninja warrior. Except for when you get stuck and you cannot reposition yourself and all of your life drains away unceremoniously until you're dead. That is not very much like stepping into the shoes of a badass ninja warrior. A badass ninja warrior would be able to distance himself. He wouldn't just keep bouncing on top of an enemy. That wouldn't happen. Explains all the attacks you can do, yeah, surprises thrown in, talks about the playstyle switching up to keep you on your toes. At one point, you find yourself climbing betwixt two skyscrapers. I thought that was kind of fun, but I don't feel like it was pulled off as best it could have been. I think that it looked like sort of an arcade game setup. You can imagine that being like the full game. Is you're a ninja and you're climbing in between these high-rise buildings, and there are these various obstacles and obstructions falling down at you, projectiles, and you've got to dodge, you know, to one side or the other and not die. That's like kind of a classic arcade feel to it, but the execution of it left a bit to be desired, because the jump, I think, across is a little wide, and you can see that because even if you know, if you're a good distance up and you jump across, you lose a bit of verticality on each jump, and I don't like that. I think it should be a very quick and athletic hop from one side to the other. It should feel very snappy, and it doesn't. It feels like clunky. It feels like, you know, like Ryu weighed a little bit too much. He was eating too many dumplings before he took this mission, and put on a few too many pounds, and it really hit when he was up there climbing those buildings. He's going from one side to the other. It's like, oh man, I'm dropping quick here. Dropping like a sack of potatoes. I'm not getting very much air. So, I don't know. I mean, it's a good idea. I like the idea, but I didn't necessarily have fun playing that part. So, yeah, you know, fucking cool shit. Visually, the game is appealing, with each level having a distinct aesthetic, and the tunes are well suited to the ninja action atmosphere. Yeah, tunes weren't too bad. I like the tunes alright. Like I said, the composer for this game also did the music for Psychic World, which we played on episode 20 of Sega Mania. Go back and check that out if you have not done so. That was I think that was an interesting episode. Second most viewed episode of this program so far. And let's see, each level ends with a boss fight, and the developers have shown some real imagination here, with the highlight perhaps being a tough fight against a bad guy throwing bombs at you from inside a steamboat. That was pretty easy once we figured out just use the crescent moon to take him out. Or was it? No, it was the circle. Yeah, because we figured out the lore, the deep lore of Ninja Gaiden on Game Gear. And the steamboat boss absolutely just hates circles. It's his least favorite shape in the world. Favorite shape being square. And everyone knows that circle is the opposite of square as far as shapes go. And so if you present him with circles, it kills him. That's why he doesn't want circles anywhere near him. Ironically, he was poking his head out from circular windows, wasn't he? Anyway, Simon Pike wraps it up by saying Ninja Gaiden is a name that's arguably synonymous with two things: Nintendo, blah blah blah, curse inciting difficulty. The Game Gear iteration doesn't live up to either of those two. Well, I don't know about that. There was a little bit of curse inciting difficulty there, but again, it wasn't because of the platforming in the game. It wasn't because they required precision from you. It was because of a particular sort of wonky mechanic involving the collision when you make contact with an enemy, and how you just like keep bouncing off of them, and they don't give you any sort of breather to get away. You just keep bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. It can be like right out in the open too. I mean, I was in kind of a tight spot on that last one when it happened. But it happened to me once when I was just out in the main drag there. I think on the... What was it? It was before I fought the steamboat guy. Making my way towards him. Big, just wide open spaces. Jumped from a box. Accidentally landed on top of a guy. And then you just keep bouncing off of him repeatedly. And you can kind of inch away. Inch away, inch away. But you're bouncing all the while and you're taking damage each time you bounce. Not a fan. At all. Poor mechanic. Poor implementation, and I would say that is that's quite curse-inducing, inciting. Anyway, they say it's less stressful for less skillful players, but if you're expecting the level of challenge that the franchise is famous for, you might be disappointed. I guess I agree with that. Strangely enough, if you do want to play something that's a bit more like Ninja Gaiden, then maybe you should try Shinobi. And I don't really like Shinobi either, so I kind of disagree. I feel like I've got some points of contention with Simon Pike on this review. Not in full agreement with his sentiments or his tone when it comes to Ninja Gaiden on Game Gear. The levels themselves, making it through from A to B. Obviously, if you have played any other Ninja Gaiden games, if it looks easier, it is. Just making it through a level is much easier. Does not require the precision, the timing, the skill of the other Ninja Gaiden games. So it is more casual in that sense. And the boss fights, again, pretty easy to get through. If you just pay attention to their pattern, you pick it up pretty quick and you can breeze through them. And you got plenty of health. And you get plenty of health pickups throughout the game, too. But the bullshit. Can't overlook the bullshit. I'm going to say that I give this game... 600 Super Divorces out of a possible 1,000 Super Divorces. That's my score. My final score. That's it. Oh, Pumpkin said, wow, 10 viewers. Yeah, we got 10 viewers tonight. Well, it looks, I'm seeing 9 now. But that's, oh, jump back up to 10. Cool. Alright, cool. People are finding out about Sega Mania. They're catching the mania. And they want to come here and celebrate Sega Mania magazine with us. And also some fantastic, sometimes fantastic Sega games from the past. Pretty average. Just a bit of... I mean, I've said 500 is like right in the middle of very average game. Just not too much great or bad about it. Just, you know, it's worth playing, worth trying out. I would say the same thing for this one. I probably would have scored it higher. I certainly would have, in fact, if that stupid little... I'm going to call it a glitch. I would have had them take that out. If I were a tester, I would have been like, you guys cannot release the game with this bounce bullshit. You're going to have to remove this ASAP. This is not hitting store shelves with this little bounce mechanic you've thrown in there. That's not... we're not doing it. Ghoulie said 456 Ghoulie dudes out of possible 1,000 Ghoulie dudes. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. I can see why you would say that. The only reason why I scored it above average is because it is a Game Gear game. And I feel like for a Game Gear game, it provides a fairly fun and somewhat casual action platforming experience. I think that I would have been happy playing this game back when the Game Gear came out and I was actually playing Game Gear games. If I would have had this, I would have liked it. So I'm not going to completely throw it under the bus. I think it is a little bit above average. I can imagine there being some games that tried to do what this did but didn't pull it off quite as well. So, you know, not awful. Not awful. Hey, Michaela. Jumping in just before we're heading out. But thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you. Ghoulie said controls were wonky, hitboxes were off, and attacks were limited except for power-ups. Yeah. Again, I won't argue with you. You're right. You're right about that. So next time, what do we have here? Give you a hint about what's coming up next. Next time, we enter the final 3 games of issue number 2 of Sega Mania. And it's going to be a spaceship game. A spaceship shoot 'em up. That's what we got coming up next. And it's going to be for the Game Gear. Gerg, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Everybody, if you haven't done so, please sub to this channel. Bong the gong for notifications so you know when new videos go live, so you know when I go live. Maybe if YouTube feels like telling you. Please, if you haven't done so, like this video, comment below, share with your friends, get more people to come and hang out at Sega Mania if you'd like to. Have nice lively chats and banters. Good group of people here. The chatty Cathys is what I call them. So come and hang out and, you know, if you yourself have been hanging out. If you are one of the lurking lurkers, I appreciate you still. Just know that anytime you want to, join in the chat. You're always welcome. Don't feel like you have to be a wallflower or a fly on the wall. A wallfly or a wallflower. You don't have to do that. You can jump in the chat if you want to. But if you don't want to, and you want to continue lurking, then by all means, continue lurking. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm just trying to create a more welcoming and hospitable environment, just to let you know. All right, I appreciate you. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so at SuperDivorce, on Instagram at SuperDivorceBand. Also, I play tunes from time to time, so if you want to check out Super Divorce music, you can do that on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, wherever you stream your horse shit. Just look up Super Divorce, and you'll find Super Divorce tunes. A little something for everyone, I like to think. Until next time, everyone. Take real good care. Keep kicking ass. Love you lots. Lord willing, I'll be back very soon with another video for you to watch. Bye-bye.